Oh, righty. Good morning, everybody. Chief here, and I'm doing something a little different. In the hard because I've been stuck playing basically just two games here lately, and uh, quite honest, I didn't really want to get too invested in either one. So I'm doing, said something a little different this morning. We're playing. We're going real retro today. Back to the 2600 and 7800 era. Uh, I don't know. Shit. Oh, she's right here. Oh. Oh. Well, I hadn't let anyone out. All right, sorry about that. Small case of pet panic with the old lady. All right, back to what we were discussing. Oh yeah, we are playing. Going back to the Atari era cartridges, and actually playing one of the only two new games I've been able to afford and buy this year. And that being for, I don't know, the weird thing is these new games are cartridges. Yes, so yeah, I bought an Atari 7800 a little while back, and got a couple games for it. Of course, I had one that came with it. I'm not meaning to be this to be an ad for the Ataris, but I just want to point out this because this is kind of cool. Yeah, I come with this Crystal Quest, and because I have the 7800 plus. Basically, yeah, it's Amazon's got it about 120 bucks, and they've also got the 2600 plus. And the only difference between the two, really, besides the controller, of course, is uh, the appearance. They both still play all the both games of it and have a high degree of compatibility. I've only got a handful that don't work after I cleaned all my contacts properly. Yeah, I got like a 50% increase in compatibility once I did that. Anyway, but yeah. So yeah, they're making a new Atari consoles. They got the 2600 plus and the 7800 plus, depending on which look you prefer. I always like the 7800, and then so I got it. But anyway, yeah. So why have a new? And it's cartridge based. It's not one of those um, little retro things that's got all the games loaded on it type deal. It does run an emulator. It doesn't have actual real hardware in it. And I can see it's probably cost prohibitive to do that, or I don't know. You wouldn't think so because the stuff that make that was pretty cheap, other than maybe the chips aren't available. But it does use an FPGA emulator on it and has a high degree of compatibility. I do have one game that I know doesn't work with it, but I can get that fixed if I update to the newest firmware, which is beta. Anyway, to game, yeah, but yeah, let me finish this little talk in here, and we'll get on to the game itself. But yeah, it'd be kind of stupid to put out a game system and then to be totally dependent on games that are already out in the wild, which, though they are fairly plentiful, they're not always hard to find, or find the different ones, much less be in good condition. As I can attest to in my collection I've got back here, some of the ones I have are pretty rough, and even worse are the duplicate ones I've got in a storage box right now. But yeah, so what's the use of having that if you don't? Well, they also have been re-releasing the games themselves on new cartridges. So yeah, one of the games I picked up earlier was Space Duel. And the nice thing I like about these is not only do you get a brand new cartridge, it has a nice little cover for the cartridge, comes in a box, and also in that box, a manual. Wow. Some And it's not a little cheap manual, it's nice glossy. All pages are glossy, got some nice artwork on them. Tell you how to play the game. Gives you scoring. So yeah. And new retail price on most of the games are in the $30 to $35 range. So yeah, it doesn't break the bank. So like I said, the only two new games I bought this year is this and then Dark Chambers, and of course Bentley Bear's Crystal Quest, which came with the system. But yeah, I'm going to sneak in some more Atari stuff, and we're going to start with this Dark Chambers here. So if you've been watching it in the background, you may notice some similarities to another highly popular game that came out a few years later. That being Gauntlet. Oh, hold on. I gotta get my other monitor up here. Gosh, there's my phone. All right. Before we get started here, let me get one more thing going here. All right. Okay. I'm sorry about that. I'm just not as prepared as I should have been this morning. So yeah. Anyway, as I said, you might have noticed that this game has a very strong resemblance to Gauntlet, and actually, that game was direct inspiration for that. And Atari did end up paying the creator of it, as well as re-releasing it that. So I'll get into the history a little bit here in a second. Let me I don't know a lot, but I read a little bit, so it'll kind of flesh out that and give me something to chatter about here. Okay. So anyway, uh, uh-oh. I got the right controller? No, I don't. All right. Anyway, like I said, game is basically the direct inspiration and brain and of what became Gauntlet later. The game was originally released on the Atari 400 computer, and I think a couple other systems as well. Had 4-player capability on that, which is nice. This does not. Only 2. You got generators, just like in Gauntlet. Elf is hungry. Elf needs food badly. Yeah, that was it. So yeah, it was originally released on the Atari 400 computer under the name Dandy, which basically was literally D and D. So became known as, they changed, it went into that and named it Dandy. And a couple of years later, I think this, I think it came out, what, 82 or something, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, I'm not a real big historian. That's just kind of remembering what I read on Wikipedia when I was just kind of looking at this, because I wanted to see, because I recognized the Gauntlet similarities right off after I played it a couple minutes. So anyway, Gauntlet came out, and yeah, I guess there must have been a small dispute, but Atari settled quickly with the uh, creator. I don't remember the name, unfortunately. Oops. So he got compensated for it, and yeah, the Gauntlet came out. Then Atari also released this game, Dark Chambers, which is essentially Dandy for the 2600 and the 7800. I don't have the 2600 version of it, which does look pretty crude in comparison. And at that point, I would have been probably hard to recognize it from as Gauntlet style. that a bomb I can drop? Nope. So whatever it is, I only pick up one of them. All right. All right. Yeah, that heart there. If you got two-player, you can one of your players dies, the other one can go over there and shoot that and revive them. But if you shoot it, nobody's dead, then it becomes a creature spawner. Yes, reading the manual helps. Yikes. Elf needs food badly. Ah, very badly. Oh, it's a bomb. Okay. Yeah, I read how to use them too. All right, so we can easily get out, or we can try to kill some more stuff for more points. So let's try to get a few more points. All right. That little gun-looking thing is. Ah, increases my shooting speed. Okay. All right. So yeah, nice little manual for it too. A little bit of artwork. Yar Rising. That's the Xbox PS5 version. So yeah. All right. So yeah, like I said, it's pretty much a direct. I can't help you yet. All right. It's trying. Yikes. Well, down like the weakest part here. Oh, that was a trap. Shit. I'm getting ready to die. And there he went. And I guess there's a couple other skill levels on this. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Oh, I could start off where I was. Cool. Did not realize that. What? Trying to blame me for stuff I have no power over? Poison, that's what that. So yeah, I've kind of got into the new retro gaming here. On. I have a key. I can unlock that if I want. Okay, that leads right out. We don't want to do that yet. Okay, I can't shoot that because it'll make another thing. Oh, yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. Another nice thing about the continuous tuning in, yeah, I am playing on the new Atari 7800 Plus, which allows you to play the cartridges for the 2800, 2600, and 7800. And you can also use your old controllers on it as well. He still uses the same, I think it's what, a 9-pin plug. And it comes with these wireless controllers. They've also got a little thumbstick that screws in the top there. But I do not recommend it. It just makes it worse. I don't know why. You just don't have the control you do as if you use just the thumb pad. And like I said, you can also use the actual 2600 controllers, both the new ones as well as the original ones. I wish they had the 7800 Pro, which is like looks like the original 7800 controllers, to go with this game. They made them, but they're not in production at this time. It looks like it's a shame because yeah, I would buy one in a heartbeat. Start me another grab tap game and earn me some Amazon credit to get me one. That's how I was able to afford these, was using that grab tap I've got linked on my Twitch page. Yeah, just playing certain mobile and PC games, you can earn gift card credits, Amazon, oh, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. I believe Steam was on there. Oh, there's two ways out, huh? Yeah, maybe not. I think I saw one on the other way, the other side. And like I mentioned, this is what this one other game are the only two new games I bought. So yeah, all the new games I bought this year have been the cartridges for an Atari system, of all things. Yeah, there's a new retro theme trend going on now because where people are, uh, well, you got like limited run games. And questionable as some of their business practices are bringing retro games back on the original systems. How did that happen? Hmm. My aim. So I didn't hit the B button that should have triggered that. It did say this game may need an update, but not the game itself, but the emulator running it. All right, so we gotta go the other way to get a key. Yeah, it's out. That's where it came in at, I believe. Nothing there. But yeah, I'd love to have the 7800 Pro. I've got a couple 7800 adapt controllers, but I think I need to do a little bit of, oh crap, servicing on them. That's okay, I was on help anyway. pretty much. Okay. Ah. Yeah, another bad thing of this retro is, of course, no pause button, but I'm just starting this level, so I'm safe. We'll top off my coffee and we'll continue on. Thanks for tuning in here. Stick around. I'm not going anywhere far. Just got to fill up my coffee cup and we'll continue on looking at Dark Chambers. Okay, we're back. All right. No, didn't stick around. Anyway, another thing I'm going to highly recommend for if you are a uh, Atari collector or any cartridge for that matter, cartridge based system, whether it be Atari, Nintendo 64, any of the Nintendo systems, any of the Sega systems, Genesis, Master System, whatever, Turbo Graphics. I cannot recommend enough if you have problems with your discs or your cartridges reading, get a bottle of Deoxit. Just rub that on the contacts there, sit for a little bit, wipe it off, and most of the time they work like new, depending on how bad they are, that is. Sometimes it takes a little bit more than a single cleaning. Okay. Because, yeah, I revived, 10 to 15 cartridges of my own 2600 system a couple weeks ago just by running that over what I had. Of course, if you got an Atari system and their official cartridges, I mean, or not official, but not third party, yeah, you have to worry about that plate. So there's a little tool you can get that will hold that back in place so you can clean those. They have those on Amazon. They're 10, 15 bucks, something like that. I don't remember now exactly what I paid for mine. Okay. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in this morning. Okay, let's get that one up and then figure out how to get out of here. Again, I'm playing Dark Chambers. New cartridge. So yeah, and this is the 7800 version. Just went through all this. Oh yeah, duh, right there. So yeah, this is a little bit deeper than a lot of the early Atari games, but of course, like I said, this is 7800, so it can do a little bit more in terms of processing power and graphics. But again, there is a 2600 version of the game. I might need to look that up. Okay, I did not hit that. Okay, so I need a key. That's the way out. So yeah, this weekend I gotta get in my office and do eBay stuff. So I'll be listing some. I think I'll have a couple Nintendo 64 games listed. Uh, Probably some PlayStation 2. And I'm going to try to get some a couple Macs ready to go. See if I can set up the blue and white G3 tower and hopefully a mirrored door drive. set it up properly so it's got both the installs for 9.2 and uh 10.5 and possibly 10.4 as well. 10.4 and 10.5. So yeah, I get a 3OS install on it. Maybe I'll get rid of some of my spare hard drives I've got. So yeah, I'll work on that. Oh, I have a Nintendo 64. I'll be listing that. An actual console. It's in pretty good shape. As soon as I get it cleaned up and listed. Doesn't have the expansion card in it. Of course, that's easy enough to obtain anymore. Both knockoffs and the real deal. That's what gets you. So yeah, I'm going to get some more retro stuff in. Both new retro and old retro. Basically, I got a little buttload of, well, it's just almost any system, but I got a lot of 2600 games that I've just now got working and never played. Of course, growing up, I never had one. I had a 5200 for a while, and but I didn't ever get too deep in my collection of it. I still have it, but or at least I have one of them, but I don't have the necessary uh, adapter to power it on. As well as missing a power supply to begin with. But yeah, I think I'm down to the 2-port one. So Atari, if you're listening, give the 5200 some justice and come out with a retro console like you did the 26 and 7800. I do like the new 2600 plus model they have out or is coming out. I think it's available now. I'm not 100% sure. But the Pac-Man one, love that thing. Came very close to ordering one of those colored joysticks for the representing the ghosts. So I do need a 2600 style controller for this. I mean, I have some wired ones, original, but I'd like to get one of those there. But I got to go through them all and see what kind of condition they're in. I've got a slick stick that I've got hanging up right now to straighten the cable on it. So, yeah, I kind of need to like to get one of them out for retro gaming session where we look at some more of the old Atari games. As I said, I've got a bunch of them, never played. Heck, I even have the Porky's game of all things. Again, these weren't ones that I bought individually or anything. It was all in a big lot that I somehow came in possession of, either through work, my work as an electronics recycler, or past work as an auctioneer. I don't know which. Or just buying a lot of them at a garage sale. I don't think that was the case, though. More likely, I got them through my previous or current employment opportunities. All right, that's the way out, but okay, that's a trap. All right, there better be some more health back this way. So yeah, I am very pleased with this purchase I made. So I didn't know quite what to expect with it. Same way with my other one, Space Duel. For some reason, I had a preconceived notion of what that game was supposed to be, and it is similar, but not what I expected. But I'm not, at the same time, I'm not complaining about it either. It's something I didn't have, and it adds a little bit of variety to my thing. Basically, on that game, I saw that it was a descendant of asteroids, basically. That's when I can see maybe benefiting. And I don't think it requires the 2-button controller too. Maybe not. Yeah, it's doesn't list the 2600, so it's a 7800 game actually. So quick gander at the manual. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can do one standard controller with it. So yeah, that would be the Atari original CX40, I believe is the name of it. Yeah, that would work. All right. Let's continue our path out of here. We're up to level I already. Yeah, definitely the best I've done in this run I've had in this game so far. Hmm. I think unlike Gauntlet. Oh wait, you can. Cool. I've tried that. Didn't fire very far though, and through there. No, I did get that one. Yeah, there we go. No, that one didn't aim up right. All right. Okay. All right, we need to get down there. Yeah, so like I said, this is Dark Chambers for the Atari 26. 7800. And of course, we'll also work with the 2600 plus, which also plays 7800 games. And that's both the original wood grain version of that as well as the new Pac-Man version. But yeah, though I think it's cool. I don't see paying $40 more for the same thing type deal, just because there's a different skin on it. But it is cool for collectors. I do appreciate the Atari doing that. I'm hoping since they've bought in television rights, they do the same thing with that. Come up with a retro and television plus. Whoops. It's kind of weird with the trees here. Yeah, and I'll be seeing what else I need to get rid of on my eBay store today, which is Chiefs Trading Post. My eBay ID is DLG58. No spaces, no underscores, just all one. And so I got a few, like I said, I got a little bit of, a couple of things I'll be putting on there today. Listing for a friend, as well as getting some of my own stuff going again. I have been lax on getting eBay stuff up. Not all of it being my fault, but a good majority of it is. Yes, like I said, I'm debating on whether to list the Castlevania Nintendo 64. Need to do a little bit more research on price and everything on that. Price was high enough, I probably will go ahead and sell that as opposed to keep it. And a couple other ones that need to contemplate. Yeah, just figure out all these. Huh? Hmm. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Damn, there was a bomb over there too. All right. Need to find some food. All right, we got that. Okay, don't help me. I need another key for that. Be helpful if I was playing two-player, but I'm not. There we go. Elf needs food badly. All right, we're doing a little bit better than we were before. Thanks. So yeah, we're pseudo playing this on original hardware. The cartridge is physical. It's new, but it's physical. Recent print. As it actually is using a cartridge plugged into a console, though the console is using emulation to do this.